Before we go any further, please know I'm probably a better guitar maker than I am a video maker, and I'm certainly a better video maker than I am a guitarist. So the quality on each will be what they are. Well, this guitar is the first guitar I've ever built from parts, and it's dedicated to my favorite band, The Warning, and 2 songs that were released a year ago today, Hell You Call a Dream and Quieres. First of all, this was not the guitar I intended to build. I had plans for something totally different. Began ordering the parts, the merchandise came in, and some of it was wrong. It was just not what I ordered. And I was not happy. I held off from panic buying the replacement parts long enough to realize the mistaken parts in some of the orders were compatible with each other. And then realized that I guess the guitar gods wanted me to build a different guitar. So here's the different guitar I've built. So why the dedications? Well, it comes down to the songs, the band, and timing. With the songs, Hell You Call It Dream. Now the band will tell you that the theme of that song is that there is adversity in every blessing. And I've been blessed with skills that made me believe I could build a guitar, a supportive family, the ability to buy the parts, buy some tools where I needed them. And yes, some of the orders, came to me with the wrong merchandise. Fine. Think on your feet, be creative, adjust, and move forward. I don't like Hell You Call a Dream, right? And then with Quieres, it's sort of along the same lines. While I was thinking about all my options, eventually the thought popped into my head that no matter what, I'll get a new guitar out of the deal. So, Ian, what more do you want? And of course, Quieres translates to, what more do you want? As for the band, it's my favorite band. It's prompted me to seek out newer music instead of the stuff I've been listening to from the time I was a young adult. I'm going to concerts now. I'm joining fan groups on social media. I've made new friends. I've met people and been to places where I otherwise would not have been without having discovered The Warning. So my life's better. And as far as the timing, well, I started making the orders for this guitar in early February, and I realized the anniversary for both the songs was coming up this week. So I had time enough to get it done, make the concerted effort, and here's the result. As you can see, inspired by the lyric video of Hell You Call It a Dream, we have the hand-drawn jail cell bars with the dark and mysterious interior, the hand-drawn lyrics, I'm in too deep. From the Quieres official video, we have the wedding cake white, wedding dress white pickguard, complete with gold accents on volume and tone knobs, perfect for any formal wedding. And the thread in common is this special color that's not available in any stores. It's my special mix. I call it Sangre Derramada por las Guaguas, which translates to bloodshed by las Guaguas, in dedication to a red color that appears throughout the lyric video of How You Call a Dream, and of course the untimely death associated with the PAL co-directed video of Quieres. Now, before moving on, I really wanted to acknowledge Birgit. She's my wife of 20 years. She's an artist. I'm not. She understands color, paint, design. She really let her time, her talent, her expertise, and her patience to this whole process. So without her, I couldn't have got it done. Thank you 1,000 times. And for the rest of this video is going to be dedicated to what's, inside the guts of this guitar. So if that's your thing, give me about 10 seconds to wrap this up for everybody else. If it's not your thing, pause the video right here so that some night when you can't get to sleep, play the rest of it. In a minute, you'll be bored out of your mind and asleep in no time. All right, now as far as what's in the guitar or the style of it, I'm sure many guitar people who are in the know recognize this as a Jazzmaster style guitar, and that's what it is. The body came to me, unfinished, routed for pickup pockets and electronic pockets, but not all the cavities were the size they needed to be in the place they needed to be, so I needed to modify that. Again, it was unfinished wood. The pick guard was pre-wired but without pickups, and that was my choice. The body blank, it's just one of those no-name Jazzmaster body blanks that you can get from eBay. They're basswood, $50 to $60. The pre-wired pick guard came from Alan Eden Guitars of El Monte, California. The Jazzmaster is usually not wired for multiple coil pickups, so I had to modify that with the mini switches, because these P90s, these are not Jazzmaster pickups. These are overloaded P90 pickups. They have 2 coils in each of them, but they have the look and behavior of soap bar P90s. So these switches were add-ons to have full control over coil A or coil B are overloaded. These rhythm and lead switches work as any Jazzmaster switching according to the Jazzmaster standard. The neck is actually a Strat neck. They're compatible. Strat necks and Jazzmaster necks are compatible. As far as the pickups, the machine heads on the tuners, the tremolo, the bridge, the switches, I got all that from the Music Lily store on Amazon. The paint, we had one coat of primer. It's all latex acrylic, craft paint really. One coat of primer, 3 coats of my Sangre Derramada de las Guaguas color. Sanded that just very lightly. Put another coat of that on after sanding. Then 5 coats of spray water-based polyurethane. Sanded that. Put another couple coats on. And it really is a pretty smooth finish. A couple of slight war wounds here and there. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. But the craft paint is just ordinary. I think the brand is Deco Art. If you really want the formula for my mix of this color, you're welcome to it. Yeah, not here to copyright or pirate, or have anything be proprietary. So really, that's about what's in this. I would say if I made a couple mistakes, mistake number 1 and mistake number 2, the bridge on a Jazzmaster, it gets inserted into thimbles, and I didn't quite drill the holes in the right place. I drilled them where I measured them, but my measurements were, even though I measured like 8 times, they're a little off. And there's also some nuances of the physics of a Jazzmaster bridge that floats in thimbles that I didn't take into account. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably have the thimbles about 1 millimeter toward the treble side and 1 millimeter backward. And I'd probably put a shim in the neck pocket because the action's a little higher than I'd like it. But other than that, that's the inside story of the insides of this guitar.